Victory for Tory Remainers. Hammond believes he has backing for free movement Brexit deal. Senior Tories have softened their approach to Brexit after backing a transitional offer that will allow EU citizens free movement to Britain for up to 2 years after the UK has left the bloc. Philip Hammond is confident every cabinet minister is supportive of his plans for a transitional deal, with new immigration legislation set to be introduced 2 years after Brexit. A group of prominent Brexiteers, including the new Environment Secretary Michael Gove, appear relaxed about the transition plan despite some previously calling for tighter immigration controls to be a key aspect of Brexit talks. If we can get it to work well for the country and for our European partners, and we can do it for the stability of British business and for our own prosperity, that seems to me just a common sense thing to do. Liam Fox. Speaking in Woking yesterday, Mr. Gove refused to give away any details about a potential transition deal but said the government wanted the process to be as smooth as possible. He said, "I think when it comes to an implementation period it should be driven by a pragmatic judgment about what we need in the best interests of our economy and in the best interests of guaranteeing a smooth exit from the EU, in line with the result the British people voted for just over a year ago." Pushed on whether freedom of movement would continue to apply, he said, "I think the judgment we need to make about future migration policy should be shaped by what's in the interests of our economy, consistent with recognizing the instruction the British people gave us last year." Meanwhile, Liam Fox, the International Trade Secretary, did not appear concerned about the prospect of a transitional period. He told Sky News, "Having waited 43 years, another couple of years, if we can get it to work well for the country and for our European partners, and we can do it for the stability of British business and for our own prosperity, that seems to me just a common sense thing to do." Leading Eurosceptic Anne-Marie Trevlier called for the UK must overcome its skills gap before any immigration cuts are introduced. The Tory backbencher told BBC Radio 4's Today programme, "Any implementation programme which we have to roll through absolutely needs to match the business needs so that we don't have cliff edges. There are skills gaps across the country which we have to crack before we can be absolutely rigorous. Numbers will start to reduce as we fix our skills gap and we work out with businesses what it is they need. Nobody wants to see a system where, if you can't find agricultural workers to pick your strawberries, you allow that business to fail." However, interim UKIP leader Steve Crowther called for immigration to be cut as soon as possible. He said, "Extending freedom of movement for 2, 3 or 4 years produces no obvious benefit to anyone. The transition period could dampen Tory hopes of reducing net immigration to the tens of thousands, which was a key pledge in Theresa May's election manifesto. The target, set by David Cameron in 2010, was included in the last 2 Tory manifestos but has never been achieved. Recent figures suggest net migration into Britain currently stands at 273,000. A number of business leaders have suggested that lowering net migration could result in a shortage of employees in some sectors. Earlier this year it emerged that just 1 in 50 of the applications received by sandwich chain Pret a Manger were from applicants from the UK. In March, the company told a committee of MPs that they could face a labour shortage after Brexit, but the firm's chief executive Clive Schley said a new drive to hire British workers had shown very encouraging results. Home Secretary Amber Rudd said, "I did hear that Pret a Manger had come out and said it's absolutely essential for us to have European workers because if we don't we're going to have to make more of an effort to recruit in the UK." Well, good. I'd quite like them to make more of an effort to recruit in the UK. So we will be trying to push them as well to do more in the UK. Them and all business so that we make sure we look after people who are otherwise unemployed in the UK better. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and don't forget to subscribe English News Hub for new excited videos.